Alright! Hello, Owe, hello, Void Dweller. Welcome back to Ever17. Last time, everybody was searching Lemu, trying to find a way to get out. You know, just some kind of information, and we had some choices, but they didn't really, they were more of a list of things to do in whatever order you want choice, rather than a plot-affecting choice. And Takashi found quote-unquote Sora, which at this point it just seems almost too obvious that she's a robot. Like, part of me is now thinking, are we supposed to be catching on that she's a robot and that's what they want us to think? But in actuality she's a human, and these all these signs and stuff are just red herrings. Like, who knows? Because they're so overt by this point. That might be the direction we're going in. So it's still up in the air. So let's get back into it.
Well, I guess we can take it easy for now.
I left the room and hit the food stand, snagging some cola for everyone.
Alright, cola time! I'm gonna toss everybody one. Ready? Oops, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5! I'm one short!
Oh, I don't need one. Yeah. Like, seriously! If he tossed her a soda, like, I bet it would go right through her. I bet she's like a hologram or some shit. Like, here it is again. Are we supposed to take this as a hint or not? That is the big confusing point here. God, I'm just like, damn, like, now I don't even know. Because I bet, like, later on it's gonna go like, ha! You thought she was a robot, but there was actually explanations for all these things. She was actually she really was hiding behind that friggin' thing. Or she doesn't like soda or something like that. Like, I bet that, like that's also a very strong possibility. Hello T, welcome to the stream.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'll go get one more. You can have mine.
No, really, I'm fine. I'm not thirsty. And I don't really like cola. And it would make me short circuit.
What'd you say?
Oh, nothing. Sora smiled.
Well, in that case...
I tossed out a cola to everyone in order. You, Tsugumi, and the kid all took one. But then the kid started shaking his can. Uh-oh.
Stupid! What do you think you're doing?
Huh?
If you do that, it's gonna explode everywhere.
Really? Is it dangerous?
Did you forget that cola is carbonated?
This is gonna play into something, isn't it? I'm sorry.
Jeez, I'll give you mine. Here.
I switched cans with him. That time, the kid slowly lifted the tab without shaking the can. For shop! The cola erupted powerfully. The rest of us hurriedly jumped to get out of the way. The kid got a blast of cola in his face. Oh my god, he actually has a Sprite for being wet! Wow! That never happens!
Hey, are you alright? Alright? Just so you know, that wasn't my doing.
Huh. I wonder. Oh yeah, he has amnesia. I guess pretty severe amnesia.
This cola, it's sweet.
ああもう気をつけないと。
Oh, guys, you should be more careful. You said it as if she were at her wit's end.
その間レミューの特殊ガスの気圧に合わせて6気圧で封入してあるんだから。
I see. These cans contain special gas so they can be used at 6 atmospheres.
会員料の持ち込み持ち帰りは現金ですって入場するときに聞かなかったの？
Weren't you listening when they said that the bringing in and taking home of canned beverages was strictly prohibited?
Whoa, I didn't know that. I must have missed it. I was listening to funny jokes.
It was true. Normally, the inside of the Lemu complex was maintained at 6 atmospheres, using a mixture of gases. Since the floor's pressure had lowered to 1 atmosphere and the gas in the cans was still highly pressurized, the gap in pressure with the surrounding atmosphere made them burst when opened.
僕も知らなかったよ。
I didn't know that. The kid wiped his face with a nearby towel.
Hey, kid, no one would expect you to know that. You gotta tell an amnesiac these things ahead of time. Oh, you gotta tell an amnesiac these things ahead of time.
へいへい、いい子気をつけます。
Alright, alright. I didn't notice until after the fact.
Huh? Coco? What's wrong?
Coco was embracing Pee-Pee and looked downcast. Thinking about it, I realized that Coco hadn't said anything for a while. It didn't seem like her.
Hey, aren't you gonna drink your cola?
I held out a can of cola in front of Coco.
It's a little warm, but it's the best I can do.
いらない。
I don't want it. Coco mumbled that.
ここちょっとね。
Uh-oh.
調子良くないんだ。
Oh god, hopefully you don't get Thanos. Oh god. I don't feel so good.
さっきからずっと考えてるんだけど。
I've been thinking about it since before.
いい子メッチョがなかなか思いつかなくて。
Ooh, creepy music. Damn, what does that signify though? What does she mean by saying that? And I haven't been able to think of any jokes.
Jokes?
I peered down at Coco. She didn't look too good. She was sweating and having a hard time breathing.
Hey, you don't look very good.
クラナリ、どいて。
Kurenari, get out of the way! You came rushing over to Coco, pushed me out of the way and put her hands on the girl's shoulders.
ここ頭痛くない？
Coco, do you have a headache?
少し痛い。クラクラする。
Yeah, a bit. I feel kind of dizzy.
で、ブラブラ動かしたら痛い？
Does it hurt if you swing your arms around?
ちょっとだけ。
Just a little. But it looked like it hurt more than just a little.
フロアの急激な減圧による減圧症の疑いがあります。
I suspect it might be decompression sickness due to the sudden loss of pressure on this floor.
そうね。
Yeah, it could well be. Beefy looked up at Coco worriedly.
スバイトの救護室に行こう。クラナリ、おんぶ。
Let's get her to the Schweiter Infirmary. Kurenari, carry her.
Huh?
おんぶ。早くおんぶしてよ。
On your back. Hurry and squat down.
Alright, alright.
ここをおぶるのよ。
I want you to carry Coco.
I got it. You don't have to scream in my ear.
We were rushing up to Schweitershock, some 17 meters above us. I held Coco on my back, with you and Tsugumi supporting her from the sides. Sora led the way, and the kid brought up the rear. We emerged at the second floor emergency corridor.
Hey, are you sure we didn't take a normal corridor?
ここをそのまま進んでください。近道になっています。
Please proceed straight ahead. This is a shortcut. The emergency corridor is directly connected to the lift below the infirmary.
Whew, we made it. Let's get her up there.
いえ、倉成さん、そのままそこにある部屋に入ってください。
No, Koronari-san. Please go ahead into that room there.
Huh?
医療用の下減圧室、再圧チャンバーです。ここで減圧症の治療が行います。
This is a medical compression chamber. We can treat decompression sickness here.
ココをそこに寝かせてあげて。
Just let her sleep there.
Okay, I got it.
Coco lay on the bed. Tsugumi and the kids stood next to me and looked down at Coco.
So you, what are you gonna do in this tiny room? Isn't it a little cramped for examining her?
The space was so small that we could hardly move with everyone in there.
私は何もしないよ。
I'm not going to do anything.
What are you talking about?
ココにはしばらくこの部屋でおとなしくしててもらうの。
We're going to have Coco relax in this room for a while.
Huh?
I tilted my head, confused.
高圧酸素療法です。ご説明しましょう。
This is hyperbaric oxygen therapy. Allow me to explain.
減圧症は周囲に急激な気圧変化が起こった際に体内に排出できないガスが溜まってしまうために起こるのです。
Decompression sickness occurs when there is a sudden change in the surrounding air pressure, and gas bubbles that can't be discharged accrue in the body.
ガスは気泡となって筋組織や静脈中などにとどまります。ガスが体内に多く残っていると酸素呼吸効率が著しく低下します。
Gas becomes air bubbles, and these gather in tissues or veins. When gas bubbles remain inside the body, the oxygen respiration efficiency drops dramatically.
So, no matter how many deep breaths you take, it feels like you're suffocating.
はい。また血液中に溶けた窒素が気化すると血栓を作ってしまうことがあります。
That is correct. But also, if any nitrogen which has dissolved in the blood turns to gas, it could produce a thrombus or blood clot.
血流を塞いでしまい危険です。
Of course, this could hinder blood circulation, which is very dangerous.
そこでこの部屋を密閉して高濃度の酸素を注入。一旦約3気圧までゆっくりと加圧し、
So we will seal this room and pump in a high concentration of oxygen, slowly taking it up to approximately 3 atmospheres.
その後ゆっくりと減圧し、再び1気圧に戻します。
After that, we slowly decompress it back down to 1.
圧力差を利用して体内の気泡を再び血液中に溶け込ませ、呼吸によって自然に排出できるようにするわけです。
Using this difference in pressure, we dissolve the gas bubbles in the body back into the blood, where they are removed naturally by breathing.
So basically, you make us like a can of cola that won't blow up.
ええ、その通りです。
Yes, precisely.
Okay, got it.
I lifted my hand.
Gosh, that dash up the stairs sure wore me out.
I heaved a breath.
あ、倉成さん、苦しくないですか？
Oh, Koronari-san, are you in pain at all?
Huh, me? My muscles feel kind of sore and I'm a bit sluggish, but...
ねえ、倉成も部屋に入った方がいいんじゃない？
Hey, Koronari, don't you think you should probably go in this room too?
軽い減圧症はすぐに自覚症状が現れるわけじゃないの。一晩二晩経ってから痛み出すこともあるのよ。
In light cases of decompression sickness, you aren't necessarily aware of it immediately.
After you figure out you're in trouble, it's too late?
症状が長引くかもね。
Yeah, and the symptoms could be drawn out.
そうですね。念のためですが皆さん全員この部屋に入っていただきます。
Yes, just to be on the safe side, I want you all to enter the room. The decompression process took place over several hours. Coco lay on the only bed. The kid, you, Fifi, and I sat next to her. It was cramped. We were like sardines in a can. There was nowhere to move. I wondered what time it was. I took out my PDA and checked. 11:54 p.m. I was sleepy. Coco was sleeping and her breathing was relaxed, It looked like she was doing better. It didn't look like you or the kid were sleeping, but they sat quietly with their eyes closed. Pippi had crawled under the bed. Sora had sealed the hatch from outside and was adjusting the pressure as necessary, of course, because Sora doesn't need to breathe.
So, Sora, what about you? Don't you need to be treated?
Before the process had started, I'd asked Sora that.
ええ、私は体が慣れてますから。
No, I'm used to this. Yes. Normal processes such as breathing are 100% familiar to me and normal.
Okay.
あ、それと皆さん、再圧の時には耳の音声変換器を一旦外してください。
Oh, also, everyone, please remove your voice converters during the repressurization process.
それは鼓膜を気圧差から保護する役割がありますが、再圧中は邪魔になってしまいますから。
They are designed to protect your eardrums from the change in air pressure. However, during pressurization, they can interfere. I removed the earphones that I had become completely used to and held them in my hand. Sora still stood just outside the hatch window. Tsugumi wasn't inside or visible outside the room. He had just left before the pressurization process had started. Where did Tsugumi go? Where the heck did Tsugumi go anyway? You know what? I guess I'm on a Tsugumi route, I guess, anyway, so may as well go all the way with it. Just before the hatch was closed, she had suddenly started talking.
それじゃあ私は行くから。
I'm leaving.
Hey, where are you going?
急に行くところができたのよ。
There is a place that I just realized I need to go to.
Where? Treatment is more urgent than that.
必要ない。
Oh, I don't need it.
Tsugumi, that's irresponsible and selfish.
こんな狭苦しい場所にいつまでもいられないわよ。
I can't stay cooped up in this cramped place.
ま、一人で逃げ出したりはしないから安心したら。
Well, I won't go escaping alone, so just take it easy.
That's not the point.
要するに付き合いきれないの、あなたたちとは。
To be blunt, I don't have the patience for you. Any of you. Tsugumi ignored you and me and went off to somewhere. Sora had reported to us that she was somewhere on the floor and safe, but it still bothered me a bit. But it was Tsugumi after all. I was sure she'd probably be back in a little while saying something else. Okay, oh, so they make it really complicated, eh? Alright. Oh, hello, DQA. Welcome back to the streams. That was what I thought, but nearly 2 hours had passed.
I'll wait just a little bit longer.
Even as I thought that, my eyelids got heavier and heavier.
But still, even so, today really was an eventful day.
And then I fell away into slumber. That went way too fast for me to read. It was May 2nd, Tuesday, and then something I couldn't read.
I'm sleepy.
The lack of sleep made the echo of the shoes scraping on the ground seem louder than usual. As I walked down the emergency corridor, I stretched. Yu was next to me. Coco and the kid trailed a little way behind us.
あんなにぐっすり眠ってたくせに。
And you slept so hard.
Yeah, but what time is it right now?
5時半。
5:30 a.m. Oh, no wonder.
That's right. So that means I only slept 4.5 hours.
鹿じゃなくてもでしょ。
Not only you slept that
こ
much!
の状況でよくそんなに眠れるわね。
I don't know how you could sleep like that given our situation.
It's because this is the kind of situation that we've got to sleep. Our minds have to be sharp. We have to be ready for anything, right?
じゃあ今は回転してるんだ。
So your mind is sharp right now.
Well, I'm still a bit sleep deprived, so not all my pistons are firing. But I think I'm doing as good as the next guy. Hey, aren't you...
The next thing I noticed, you was no longer next to me. I stopped and looked back. I saw the kid and Coco vanish into a small side corridor to the right. I hurried after the three of them.
でどうなのよ睡眠の成果は。
And how is the Sleeping Beauty? You spoke to me sarcastically once I caught up.
I just told you I'm not running at full power.
Yeah, she was probably talking about Coco. You let out an exasperated sigh and shrugged her shoulders. She also arched an eyebrow as if annoyed.
くらなり
Kuranari!
いっぺん鏡見た方がいいんじゃない。
You know, I think you'd better take a look in the mirror.
Huh? Mirror.
Hello, Relast. Welcome to the stream. There's no mirrors aboard any kind of vessel in an Uchikoshi game. That would kind of... That would spoil major plot points for the characters.
あんたねともかくさっさと顔洗った方がいいよ。
You really better wash your face. We entered the emergency stairs from the emergency corridor in the emergency ship on the emergency floor. We had just been roused from sleep by Sora, and the four of us shuffled to the control room on the third floor, Jitterstock. We seemed to have passed through the decompression process without a hitch, as no one had any complaints. Even Coco, who seemed to be having such a rough time, was...
ぽっかりぽかぽか日曜日
Sunny, sunny Sunday!
ぷっかりぷかぷか水曜日
Oh, so cute! Windy, Wednesday, Wednesday!
ぴったりぴかぴかぴぴ曜日
Oh, pity, pity, peach day! Oh, you're just a sweetheart! Oh my god! You're just a sweetheart, Coco! I don't want anything bad to happen to you! Woof! Even the dogs seemed in high spirits. They looked even happier than the day before. The water on the corridor floor splashed and sprayed as we walked. Oh, it's still there. That's gotta be annoying though. I wouldn't want to walk through a flooded corridor. Getting my shoes all wet and soggy. God, jeez. You, walking next to me, had clammed up. I wonder what she's peeved about. I slowed down my pace to walk with the kid.
Hey, you got any idea what you's all miffed about?
さあ
Who knows? The kid answered, grinning.
Hey, what are you laughing about? Do you know something that I don't?
心当たりないの
You sure you don't have any ideas what it could be?
If I did, I wouldn't be asking you. You told me to look in the mirror, but...
なんだ教えちゃったのか
Huh?
Huh?
つまんないの
That's no fun. The kid kept glancing at my face and trying not to smile.
My face?
I wiped the palm of my hand on my face. Oh, somebody drew on him while he was asleep. I see. It looked like black ink was smeared there.
What's this?
I tried to wipe it off with my shirt collar, but it wouldn't come off.
トイレならあっちだよ
Oh, there's a toilet over there. The faucet was broken, and the sink was overflowing with water. Damn. I hurriedly washed my hands and then my face. Yep! We've got another friggin' Sigma situation here, I think. The mirror in front of me was shattered into so many shards that it was useless. But most of the black had come off my hands, so I thought my face was probably alright.
Damn, that girl.
I said it disgustedly and hurried out of the bathroom. I went up to you again.
Hey, you! Why'd you run in my face?
Huh?
Huh?
While I was asleep, you scribbled all over my face, didn't you?
落書き
Scribble! As she walked, you gaped at my face.
何言っちゃってんだかねこの人は
What are you talking about?
ひょっとしてまだ寝ぼけてるとか
You're probably still asleep.
Don't play dumb with me, you! You were just talking at a mirror.
だっけそんなこと
Oh, was I? A mirror?
You said it. I know you said it.
Are there two yous?
聞き間違えたんじゃないのやっぱり寝ぼけてるんだよ
Wait. Are there two yous? Huh. Or does she have a split personality or something? I wonder. How could she not remember that? It literally just happened. I wonder. Like, maybe the fact that she has two, like, identical bows right here signifies that there are two of her in some way. Are you sure your ears aren't playing tricks on you? I'm pretty sure you're still just half asleep.
Then what's this?
I showed her my shirt collar where I'd wiped the ink.
どれどれ
Huh. What? You mumbled that, so I stepped closer. Well... Suddenly, she grabbed my hand and stared at my palm intently.
おおこいつは珍しい手相をしとるの
Oh! Your palm has an interesting future for you.
Palm reading? Is that what you're into now?
天婚一滴の相と言ってな運命が大きく二手に分かれることを示しておるのじゃ
Well, yep. That was the first choice, wasn't it? Like, either do something else or find friends. And that apparently gives two very different stories. Your palm tells me that your fate diverges in two distinctly different futures.
つまりオール・オア・ナッシングじゃな
It's kind of an all or nothing outcome.
すべてを得るかあるいはすべてを失ってしまうか
You will either acquire or lose everything. But to get the true ending, you're probably gonna have to do both of the paths in some way. And send messages through the morphogenetic field.
一方に進めば金運仕事運ともに上々で美しい女性と巡り合い子宝にも恵まれ幸せな家庭を築けるじゃろう
One path will put you on the road to riches, a good job, an encounter with a beautiful woman, and bless you with a strong home and offspring.
おまけに健康運も最高ときとる
And you will be as healthy as possible.
人が羨むほどの長寿長命を全うすることになりそうじゃ
You will live to a ripe old age that will make those around you jealous.
ただしじゃ
However,
もう一方に進んでしまうとこれは本当に大変なことになるぞ
if you take the other path, you will be in dire straits.
Dire?
これ以上はわしの口からは言えんの
Yes, but I can tell you no more.
この生命線の真ん中のところをよーくじっ くりと見つめてみるのじゃ。
You should take a good look at the middle of your lifeline.
そこに答えが刻まれておるのじゃからな。
Because that is where the answer can be found. I looked down at the palm of my hand. My eyes traced a line down my left line. Wide-eyed, I scrutinized each wrinkle in line, but I didn't see any answer anywhere. There was still black ink in the creases of my hand. Black ink, black ink, black ink! I remember what I was angry about. Forget the fortune telling!
You're trying to trick me! Hey, what?
Next thing I noticed, you was no longer next to me. I stopped and looked back. I saw the kid and Coco vanish into a small side corridor to the left.
Whoa, jeez, I don't believe these guys. Everyone keeps running away from me.
I hurried after the three of them. Tsugumi was in front of the control room. She was leaning against the wall with her arms folded and head down. Ooh, this is a tough one. I feel like the second one she would be happier with, but I think she'd get mad at the first one but secretly want it. I'm gonna talk to her because I like you. I wondered where she could have run off the other day before, but decided not to ask. Yeah, that's a good choice. I decided to shower her with the cheeriest greeting I could muster.
Good morning! How are you feeling? If you aren't feeling good, you should probably get to the decompression chamber.
Tsugumi didn't budge. She stood there with her mouth half open, only blinking her eyes a couple of times.
What's the matter? You tired? Low blood pressure? Well, I didn't exactly sleep like a baby either. That damn room was so small I ended up sitting on the floor all night.
I saw that, OA. That's really convenient. I can't believe, like, most games with choices don't have that. I yawned and rubbed my eyes with both hands as I spoke. But then Tsugumi's eyes narrowed into slits, and she leveled a steely glare at me. It was the kind of look that could kill.
あなたって
You
最低ね。
are the absolute worst.
Huh?
Tsugumi shook her head as if she was fed up with me and vanished inside the control room.
Absolute worst? Hey, hold on a
白
sec!
鳥さん、
Kuronari-san! Sora's voice came from behind me.
そんなところで何をやっているんです？
What are you doing there?
早く中に入ってください。
Please hurry inside.
But
いいから早くお願いします。
Just please go inside. The expression on her face appeared more stressed than the day before. It seemed as if her face said that something serious was unfolding.
こんなにも早い時間に皆さんにお集まりいただいたのは他でもありません。
I'm sorry that I had to have you gather so early. There was no other way.
実は皆さんに一刻も早くお知らせしなければならないことがあったのです。
Actually, everyone, there is something I need to tell you right away. Yeah, I can't tell either. Seeing as like she has some tsundere qualities, like that you are the absolute worst could be taken either way. Sora paused for a second. Sora looked at all five of us in turn. You, Tsugumi, Coco, the kid, and me. The cooling fan whirred away in the silence. Occasionally, the sound of metal on metal rang through the room. The five of us waited on Sora's next words.
昨夜、小町さんを除く 4人の皆さんが加減圧室に入られた後、
Last night, after the four of you, apart from Komachi-san, entered the pressurization chamber,
私はこの制御室でここからの脱出方法や外部への通信手段について考えていました。
I was in the control room here thinking about ways to escape or contact the outside.
そしてレ
And
ミュー内の状況を一つ一つ調べていくうちにある事実が判明したのです。
while I was checking the internal status of Lemu, I discovered something.
脱出するルートが見つかったの？
You found a way to escape?
いいえ、
No. Pipe down and wait for me to
っ
finish.
てことは新たに外部へ連絡する方法が？
Then a way to contact the outside?
I said wait.
それもまだです。
Not yet.
Then what did you figure out?
God damn it, Takashi. I swear I was going to tell you.
そうですね。
Actually,
圧力核兵器の耐久強度、その限界が分かりました。
I discovered the amount of pressure from the bulkheads can withstand. I found their limits. Saying that, Sora turned her eyes to the side of the console. In the darkness, a three-dimensional image of Lemu sprung up.
圧力核壁って何？
What's that pressure bulkhead thing? Coco had pee-pee tightly as she asked.
レミューの壁のことです。外側の海水と内側の空間を隔てている部分。
I mean Lemu's walls. The partitions between the outer seawater and the inner air.
その限界が分かったってどういうことなの？
What do you mean? And you say you found the limit?
昨日もお伝えしましたように、レミューは基本的に飽和潜水仕様の設計をもとに建造された構造物です。
Like I said yesterday, Lemu is a structure basically constructed on a saturation diving specification
つ
design.
まり内部の気圧が外部の水圧と同等か、それを上回るような構造になっていたということです。
In other words, the internal air pressure equals or is greater than the external water pressure.
しかし今や艦内の気圧は1気圧。
I don't know if it's to scale, because if each room was only 10 meters long, like, they still have to get it's an amusement park, no? So, like, the room's gotta be bigger than that. However, the complex's internal air pressure is currently at 1 atmosphere.
ですから
That sucks. Therefore,
レミューの外角は常に苛烈な水圧の力にさらされてるということになる。
Lemu's outer shell is constantly being subjected to severe water pressure. Yes, you. Thank you for saying what I was about to say. Please wait until the end.
はい。
Correct.
ところがレミューはもともとこのような状況に長く耐えられるようには作られていない。
But Lemu is not constructed to endure this situation for a long period of time.
必然的にいつかは限界が訪れることになる。
Inevitably, it will at some point reach its limit.
おっしゃる通りです。
Sora? Sora? Are you gonna continue, Sora? Oh, no, forgive me. I thought this was you's turn to speak. I thought you was going to tell us all about the problems with Lemu and how we can possibly escape or if we are going to die. Please. You, please, keep on going. I was just trying to help. No, I've had it. Well put, Tanaka-san. I am going to keep speaking.
So, when is this limit?
レミの計算によると、今から約119時間後に
According to Lemi's calculations, 119 hours from now.
119時間。
119 hours.
5日後か。
5 days, huh?
完全悪化推定時刻は5月7日午前4時30分前後となっています。
The estimated time of implosion is approximately 4:30 a.m. on May 7th.
It had to be early in the morning, didn't it?
You can't be serious.
Hey, you know, if we're gonna die, may as well make jokes.
I suppose. Human.
Huh?
Nothing.
もちろんあくまでも推定ですから誤差はありますが
Of course, it is only a calculation, and there is a margin of error.
誤差はどのくらいなの？
Hello, Mr. Valdek. Welcome to the stream. What is the margin of error?
プラスマイナス12時間程度です
Plus or minus 12 hours. Everyone went silent, lost in thought. I bet we're gonna be there in that plus or minus time. Sora's talk had made it clear that we were in a crisis. But I still didn't know what to make of it. I didn't know if 5 days was a long time or a short one. We didn't have a schedule, but if we could find a way out, I didn't figure we'd be sticking around 5 days. Even if we didn't call anyone, a rescue team might have been on its way.
ねえねえ、ソラさんソラさん。はいはい、ソラさんソラさん。ここバカだからあんまりよくわかんなかったんだけど、それってこういうことだよね。I'm not very smart, so I'm not sure I understand. What does all that mean?
Huh? Oh, come on now. Surely you gotta be smart in some way if you're freaking, as old as you are in 9th grade. Jeez. Oh wow, that's really interesting, Oe. And, Mr. Valdek, if you're familiar with Zero Escape, guess what? The mirror in the bathroom was broken. Yep, so something tells me that Takashi does not look like the sprite we saw in the beginning. Anymore, at least, for some reason. And that is super interesting always. Every number that's not 17, almost every one, is a multiple of 17. That's really interesting. Huh?
5月7日午前4時30分頃にレミューはくしゃっとぺったんこになっちゃう。Does that mean that 4 p.m. on May 7th, the moon will get squashed like a pancake? もしかしたらそうなっちゃうのは6日の午後4時半ぐらいかもしれないし、7日の午後4時半ぐらいかもしれない。
Virtue's last reward. Is what I'm getting to, Mr. Valdek.
I thought we'd happen around 4:30 p.m. on the 6th or 4:30 p.m. on the 7th. ここまでは OK だよね。Is that okay so far?
ええ
Yes.
ってことはさ、逆に言うとこういうことにならない？ So doesn't that mean the opposite is also true? 最低でも6日の午後4時半ぐらいまではレミューはぺったんこにならない。I mean, at the worst, the moon will last until 4:30 p.m. on May 6th. だからそれまでは全然大丈夫で、心配することなんかないぴょろりん。
My God! She can keep a cool head.
So we're fine until then. There's nothing to worry about. Hooray! ね、そういうことでしょ? Right? Is that what it means?
絶対に安全だと断定することはできませんが
Well, we can't be absolutely certain that we will be safe.
でも確かにレミの計算結果から判断するとそうなりますね
But judging from the results of Lemi's calculations, that would appear to be the case.
なんだなんだ。だったらそれでいいじゃん。Oh, goody, then no problem. そらさ、眉間にキュッてシワなんか寄せちゃってるからさ、ここはちょっぴりドキドキしちゃったよ。
Why are you so sure that everything's gonna be okay, Coco?
Sora-san, you looked all serious, and so I got kind of scared. まったく脅かすんじゃないぜ、ベイブ。ってピピもそう言ってるよ。Geez, don't scare me, babe. I think that's what Pipi's trying to say. そ よね。あと1日でなんて言われたら思わず大暴れするかもしれないところだけど。
I see. If you had said we only have one more day or something, I might have burst out crying.
まだまだ時間は十分あるんだし、それまでにはきっと誰か助けに来てくれるよ。
So we still have lots of time. Someone will surely come to help us before that, right? I bet that time is either going to pass by in a flash, or for some reason they're going to wish it was sooner. I wonder if they're trapped with someone or something dangerous. The kid standing next to you agreed. He nodded rhythmically as if answering a question. Tension in the air gave way, and smiles returned to the faces around the room. Exactly, Relest. That is exactly That's exactly what I'm thinking. Coco is acting, she's definitely knows more than she's letting on. But it's also very hard to believe, like, it'd be crazy, it'd be kind of really crazy if she was like the secret villain or some shit. Or had like some hidden side, like if this was like a fake personality of hers. But I don't think it is. I mean, it might be, but I don't think it is. The tension in the air gave way, and smiles returned to the faces around the room. Exactly, Mr. Valdek, that's true. Even Tsugumi, hot as she was, didn't smile and looked relieved. It was 5:50 a.m. I said we all get some fucking sleep. I gave a large, exactly, large yawn.
Alright, all done! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all of them.
I was in the narrow space of the tuna sandwich stand where the cooking equipment was. I was wrapping and placing the freshly made breakfast sandwiches on a tray.
Why is it that I have to make breakfast for everyone?
Because you're the protagonist. Complaining, I took the tray in both hands and opened the small door of the stand.
しょうがないでしょ。民主主義の原則にのっとって決めたんだから。
That's the way it goes. We decided it democratically, you know. Yu was waiting in front of the shop and snacked a sandwich from the tray. She peeled back the wrapping and opened up her mouth.
Democracy is overrated. It just means the majority rules.
そうだよ。
You got it. What would you prefer if the minority ruled? Yu said it flatly as she munched on her sandwich.
つまり民意を最大限に反映した結果ってわけ。
That's hilarious, Relest. PPN's complex motives. PP is actually the snail in disguise. It is a reflection of the majority of people's will. It was true that it had been an overwhelming vote. I had only been appointed breakfast chief minutes before. I hadn't even run for the office.
I know that you're the one in the shadows running this conspiracy.
失礼な。
Whoa, that's low! I wouldn't do that!
きっとみんなは
Sorry, I
この
didn't...
中で一
Got
番
you.
たけちゃんが料理うまそうだなーって純粋にそう思ったから手を挙げたんだと思うよ。
I'm pretty sure it's just because everyone thought sincerely that you would be the best cook.
You're sure full of it.
ごちそうさま。
Thanks for the sandwich!
You already ate it? That's so fast!
というわけでおかわりを。
Yummy! I'll have another. I slapped away Yu's outstretched hand.
I've only made one for each person. If you keep doing that, Sora is not going to have a sandwich just like before, and I'm worried about her eating. My god, I could have sworn last time I could practically see through her. She's so skinny. If you want another one, you make it.
へえ。
Hey!
たけ まあもう一個作って。
Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, great, Takashi. Make me one more. Pretty please? First, I wanted to get away from you. I took the remaining 4 sandwiches over to the rest area to hand them out.
Breakfast is ready. Come and get it.
As I called out, I set the tray on the bench.
ご飯だご飯だ6番だ。
Yay! Yay! Food! Glorious food! Coco came running and splashing toward me. Pee-Pee the dog paddled along behind her.
いただきます。
Itadakimasu. Oh, this looks good.
All of a sudden, I noticed the kid beside me.
Hey, where's Tsugumi and Sora?
トラなら制御室に戻ったよ。
Sora went back to the control room.
まだ調べたいことが残ってるって言ってたけど。
She said there was still stuff she had to look into. Oh, that again.
つぐみんはね。
Let me guess, there's gonna be a choice whether to look for Sora or look for Tsugumi, I bet.
I think Tsugumi took off somewhere.
Same old, same old.
I turned my eyes to the 3 tuna sandwiches left on the tray.
What to do?
Yep! I'm going to look for Tsugumi. First, I decided to go look for Tsugumi. I'll go see Sora after that. Oh, so I guess it's one of these choices. Where it doesn't matter what you choose, it's just, you know, what do you want to do first. I took their sandwiches in hand and left the room.
Hey, Tsugumi!
I called out as I walked corridors at random.
Chow time!
I knew she wasn't the type to answer to that. Finally, at the end of a corridor, I spied Tsugumi.
Oh, there she is. What are you doing here?
Himmel was written on the door. Tsugumi wasn't really doing anything. She just stood in front of the door.
別に
Oh, nothing.
あなたには関係ないでしょ。
It's none of your business.
None of my business, huh? Sure, whatever.
あなたこそ何しに来たの？
What are you doing here?
This.
I held out one of the tuna sandwiches to Tsugumi.
何よこれ。
What's this?
Breakfast.
Huh?
You're not gonna eat?
Tsugumi tilted her head a little and stared at the sandwich.
If you don't want it, I'll give it to you.
What do you mean by that? So you'll give it to me anyway, regardless of if I want it or not?
No, I'm gonna give it to you, the person.
Well, yes, I know I'm a person, but that still doesn't answer my question.
No, I'm not gonna give it to you, I'm gonna give it to you.
Are you sure you don't have decompression sickness?
No, god damn it! You is gonna get the sandwich! I'm not gonna give it to you!
I don't think that you understand what you're even saying.
食べないなんて言ってない。
I didn't say I don't want it. Ah, that is so cute! Tsugumi indifferently took the sandwich from me.
Good. I went to a lot of pain to make that. If you said you didn't want it, I don't know what I'd...
Tsugumi began to walk away without listening as I was talking.
Hey, hold on a second!
I suddenly grabbed Tsugumi's shoulder.
You should at least say thanks.
Tsugumi didn't try to turn around. She took my hand off her shoulder effortlessly. She let out an annoyed sigh.
私に触らないで。
Don't touch me. Tsugumi said it in such a low voice without turning around. My shrugged off hand floated in the air with nowhere to go.
私に
Don't
触らないで。
touch me. Tsugumi repeated the same words again and silently started walking away. Down the water-covered floor of the corridor. Rings rippled out slowly from where Tsugumi stepped as she walked away. Just then, the lights in the corridor began to flicker uneasily. I instinctively glanced up at the ceiling. Listening carefully, I heard a sound like the rumble of thunder far away. Oh god, I hope nobody here has epilepsy. What? What's happening? It couldn't be.
Tiny waves formed in the water pool on the floor. The walls and ceiling trembled slightly. Metal screeched on metal. I could see Tsugumi's back down the corridor. The lights clicked and flickered. Tsugumi turned and looked back at me, as if she wanted to say something to me. Darkness blanketed us. Ooh. The tremors and sounds stopped, but an eerie silence filled the area. Only the emergency lights glowed dimly.
Is this a blackout? Tsugumi!
Yep, this is, I think I'm on the Tsugumi route. I kicked up water as I ran. I ran to where Tsugumi was, shouting.
Tsugumi, it's a blackout! A blackout!
わかってる。
I know.
What should we do?
なんで私に聞くのよ。
Why are you asking me?
Oh, yeah. Right. So what should we do?
Damn. Pretty sure he's got the hots for her.
I know. First we should go to where everyone is.
We cut through a nearby door and came out in front of the kiosk. You wasn't there. I sprinted to the room next door. There was no sign of anyone there either. Oh, it looks like, wow, okay, so it looks like this was a real choice. I scanned the area. My eyes weren't used to the darkness yet, and I couldn't see in the corners of the room.
Hey, Coco! Kid, you!
The echo of my voice was swallowed, vanishing into the darkness.
Where could they have gone?
My eyes stopped on the bench. On top of the tray I'd left, there was one tuna sandwich remaining. I still had one of the sandwiches in my hand. The emergency didn't seem to faze Tsugumi, who was stuffing her face with the sandwich I'd given her. Oh, that is so cute.
ね
Hey,
Huh?
え、これ。
this... Tsugumi handed me something. It was the build-up sandwich paper.
捨てといて。
Needs to be thrown away. Saying that, Tsugumi left the room. Oh my god, she is so adorable.
Jeez, I can't believe that girl.
I took the crumpled up wrapper, put it back in the tray, and soon followed after Tsugumi. It's okay, Takashi, you'll get her eventually. In front of the control room. In the far darkness, I could just make out 3 familiar outlines.
あ、クラナリ。
Hey, Kronari!
つぐ
Tsugumi! Splashing through the water, the 3 of them walked over.
ねえ、空のこと見かけなかった？
Oh, you changed clothes.
Hey, have you seen Sora?
That's okay, OA. I'll see you later. I looked at Tsugumi. She shook her head.
Wasn't she in the control room?
み。それが、もぬけの殻なのよ。
It's empty now. It's almost like she disappeared as soon as the blackout happened.
Why would that be true? There's no way that could be possible. Unless...
What? What is it? I don't know what it is either.
Yeah, tell me. No, it can't be. That's ridiculous. Forget I said anything.
Yeah, I'm sure there's no possible explanation for why Sora wouldn't be in the control room right now.
You sure? Let's check.
I pulled the panel next to the door, but the button remained lifeless.
Hey, how do you open this? Does the electricity have to be on?
扉の下の方に緊急用の開閉装置があるから。
Oh, there's an emergency mechanism for opening the door near the bottom of it. Damn. You sure does know a lot about this place. That's true, DQA. That's why I'm not too disappointed. Because there's still so many other mysteries in this story, like just having that, which doesn't really change anything about the story. Just having that one be super obvious, if it is true, doesn't really affect my enjoyment of it at all. Pulling on the lever, I pushed the door over to the side. The door opened just wide enough for a person to squeeze through. I peeked inside the room. It was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing.
懐中電灯いる？
Do you want a flashlight? Oh, thanks.
Taking the flashlight, I turned it on and stepped into the room. A white circle of light appeared on the wall. I shined the flashlight left and right, lighting up all corners of the room. The electrical system was completely down. Like an abandoned castle, there was no sign of warmth left. There was clearly nobody there.
Well, what should we do?
I joined everyone and asked that calmly. It had been one crisis after another since the day before. I guess we were already used to this situation because nobody had lost it.
事前に何も言わずに空がいなくなるなんて。
I can't believe Sora would take off without saying anything first.
I know. It's almost as if she's a... No, that's too ridiculous!
What? Please tell us! Oh, please tell us!
Yeah, I want to know. Unless... Sora is a ghost!
Really? I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, maybe not. I told you it was ridiculous! It's the only thing I could think of.
You tilted her head as she said that.
Huh?
Looking at her then, I noticed something.
You. When did you change clothes?
Okay. I really think there are two yous.
ああ、これ？
Huh? Oh, this? You were seen wearing clothes I hadn't remembered seeing.
さっき制服にソースこぼしちゃって。
I spilled sauce all over my uniform.
更衣室に着替え、一着だけ入ってたから。これは普段着なわけよ。
I had one change of clothes in the changing room. These are my everyday clothes. Yeah, I remember this type of fashion in the early 2000s and 90s. I love this type of clothing. It is so adorable.
I see. So you had a change of clothes. That explains everything. Spilling sauce on your uniform? That's pretty clumsy.
You scratched your head as if to offset her embarrassment.
Anyway, we should be thinking about Sora.
とりあえず。
And if she's still alive. Or even if she was alive to begin with.
Ooh, so you think Sora may be a robot?
That's ridiculous, Coco! She's definitely a ghost. But why would a ghost go away when the power goes out? Because she's a ghost who's afraid of the dark! God, kid, do I have to explain everything? It's so obvious!
Yeah, for now.
みんなで手分けしてソラさんを探すしかないんじゃないの？
Everybody, let's split up and look for Sora-san.
ソラさんがいなかったらなんで停電したのかだってわかんないんだし。
Without Sora-san around, we wouldn't know why there was a blackout or anything.
そうだね。レミューに一番詳しいのは空なんだから。
Yeah, Sora knows more about Lemu than anyone. Huh. Alright, let's do this! You and the kid, you guys check this first floor. This floor. Tsugumi, Coco, and I will hit the second floor. What is this, Scooby-Doo?
Hey! I got the Scooby snacks! Isn't that right, Pee-Pee? Pee-Pee, wee-pee-wee!
Oh god, we're gonna run into a monster, aren't we? Yep. Have fun while I hang out with the hot girls. Okay?
あ、
Huh? Alright.
了解。
Roger that.
ピピは？
What about Pee-Pee?
I'll go with you, of course.
So wait, is he gonna go with me?
No, he's going with Coco! God damn it!
I petted Pee-Pee's head.
Alright, let's go search!
Woof! Pee-Pee, wee-pee, woo! Oh, let's go, Pee-Pee!
Sora! Sora!
The three people in 1 month, myself, Tsugumi, Coco, and Pee-Pee, split up once we reached Zweiтерstock. The entrance to the neutral buoyancy elevator. Inside the infirmary. The changing room. The security office. The merry-go-round. We searched everything, even the jellyfish gondola. Then we retraced our way back to the front of the infirmary. And then... Woof! Let's go, Coco! Coco was shaking the flashlight and signaling to me. I'd handed it to her before we started searching.
How'd it go? Any luck?
Coco used the flashlight to make a big X, signifying nothing found.
そっちは？
How about you?
Nothing. She's not on this floor. What about Tsugumi?
つぐみんはね、さっきここの目の前を通り過ぎて。
Tsugumi just passed by in front of me.
Pass by?
あっちの相乗り場の方に行っちゃった。
She went that way, to the entrance to the elevator.
The neutral buoyancy elevator, huh?
Yeah.
なんかね、大きな荷物持ってたみたい。
She was carrying something big. Something big? It sounded like Tsugumi was up to something solo again.
I'll go check it out.
Coco and I moved to the room next door. There were signs of someone there. Ahead in the total darkness was something rustling
つ
around.
ぐみん？
Tsugumi! Calling out, Coco shined the light on the shadow.
眩しい。
Hey, that's bright. As expected, it was Tsugumi. She held out the palms of her hands as she stood up. Coco hurried to turn off the flashlight and rushed over by Tsugumi. followed her over with Teepee.
何やってるの？こんなとこで。
What are you doing here?
うん
Huh? Ugh.
うんじゃわからないよ。
I don't understand what you mean by
ねえ、何やってたの？
Hey, what were you doing?
調べてたの。
I was looking into something.
何を？
What?
このエレベーターを。
This elevator.
愛のこと？
I the elevator?
そう
Yes.
それを調べるのにこんなでっかい荷物が必要なの？
Oh, she's just like a little kid. There's no way she's 9th grade age. She's got to be like she's got to be like at most 8 years old. What do you need this big thing to investigate for? Coco pointed down by Tsugumi's feet. There lay a massive plastic case. I was sure I'd seen it in the warehouse the day before. It looked like a toolbox, but
これは後で必要になってくるの。
I'm going to need this later. She said she was in 9th grade. DQI, I don't think she said 13.
今はただエレベーターの状態を見てただけ。
Right now, I'm just checking the status of the elevator.
ちゃんと動くかどうか、扉が手動で開くのかどうか。
Whether it'll move or the doors open manually. Tsugumi was way more talkative than usual. Probably because she's trying to cover up for something. It's probably because she's lying and she's trying to make a cover story. Her attitude towards Coco was much nicer than the one she had toward me. I bet something that might happen is they're going to discover that Tsugumi is up to something. And they're going to suspect her of doing something really bad, but in reality, her real purpose was not like this really bad thing. And they actually need her help to solve the real issue. And then they'll be like, oh, sorry, we distrusted you. And then Tsugumi is like, no, it's my fault for not opening up to you. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, it's okay. Let's make out. Okay. And then they'll go, ah. Her attitude towards Coco was much nicer than the one she had towards me. It seemed to me that Coco's unique personality kept even Tsugumi off balance.
ふーん。それでどうだったの？エレベーターは動きそう？
So, how about it? Does it look like the elevator will move?
多分ね。
Maybe. Tsugumi glanced at me as she said that.
ほいでほいで、エレベーターに乗ってどうするの？
Hey, but what good would using the elevator do you?
3階に降りようと思って。
Down further, really. I thought we'd go down to the 3rd floor.
3階に？だったらいつも通り非常階段を使えばいいんじゃないの？
Third floor? Why don't we just use the emergency stairs like we always do?
あの階段じゃ行けないから。
Because those stairs won't get us where we need to go.
ほえ？
Huh?
発電室には行けないの。
They won't get us to the generator room.
発電室？
Generator? That reminded me of what you had said. Lemu didn't receive any power from the outside, but had an in-house generator system. There was a thermal seafloor vent where hot water was pumped out of the sea. The seabed! And heat from that was used to operate the generator.
したっけなしてほんなとこさえがねばなれんにだ
But why do you need to go there?
だって不便でしょ。こ
Because
のま
it's
ま明
a
かりがつかなかったら
because it's a pain with the lights off. Huh?
修理するのよ。
To make repairs, of course. What else would it be? Not to blow things up, of course not. Where would you get that silly idea?
停電の原因は多分発電機にあると思うの。
I think the cause of the blackout is the generator.
なるほどね
Oh, I see.
だからこんなでっかい荷物が必要なんだ
So that's why you need this big box.
そう。
Yes, exactly. I was cosplaying Solid Snake in a very cheap way.
ふーんそっかそっか納得
Oh, I get it now. That makes sense. Tsugumi was finally freed from Koko's barrage of questions.
それじゃあ行ってくるから。
All right. That satisfied you? I'm going down.
たけし、ちょっと付き合ってくれない？
Woo! Takashi, we did it! We are in! We are in! Woo! Takashi, could you come along? Unless she plans to use you as like some kind of bait or something like that. Or some kind of sacrifice, you know, to get past the trap. Then you're screwed. But, you know, you made progress. I'm so proud of you, Takashi.
Huh? Me? Yes!
Without thinking, I shot a question back at her. Her question was pretty sudden and caught me off balance. Besides, I thought that it was the first time she had called me by my name.
First, there's one thing I want to ask you.
何？
What?
You just said something about the emergency stairs not leading to the generator room, right? So, why's that?
昨日見たレミューのマップ覚えてない？
Don't you remember the map of Lemu that we saw yesterday?
Map? Map. Map.
I pressed on my temples with my fingers, trying to tease out a buried memory.
3階のマップはエリアが2つに分断されている。
The map of the third floor was divided into 2 areas. I was wondering about this. It looks like 3 areas to me, actually. This place, I swear, this place is built like a freaking Zelda dungeon. In that you have like elevators and passageways that go to one part of a floor, but not the other part of a floor. This whole place really feels like a Zelda dungeon in terms of navigation. The map of the third floor is divided into 2 areas.
思い出した？
Do you remember?
I can't say I remember it exactly, but kinda yeah.
じゃあその2つのエリアの間には何があった？
No. What was between those 2 areas?
Between them? How am I supposed to know? There wasn't anything there.
そう
Exactly.
ということは
Which means
The two areas are divided by a block, which is now underwater.
だから
so.
We can't move directly from the control room area to the generator room area.
だとしたら
So what?
Oh, I see. To get to the generator room's area, we need to access the second floor.
Yeah, this is feeling very Zelda right now.
And the only way we can do that is by using the neural buoyancy elevator.
手伝ってくれるでしょ
Could you help me out? That's fascinating, Mr. Valdek. Root Devil is definitely something I'm going to play in the future. Definitely going to play that.
But do you think it's alright? I mean, we haven't asked Sora's opinion. And we don't know if the cause of the blackout is really the generator.
きっと無駄だと思う
I don't think that'd do any good. Really, Relest? It was by one of the same riders. That's amazing. I don't think that'd do any good.
Huh?
空を探したって無駄だと思う
I don't think you're going to find Sora
停電してるんだから
because of the blackout. Oh, she knows. She knows.
Huh?
制御室のコンピューターが完全に使い物にならない
The control room computer is going to be down.
たとえ空がいたところでレミとコンタクトを取ることはできないの
Even if Sora were around, she wouldn't be able to contact Lemu.
今はとりあえず発電機を見に行くことぐらいしか私たちにできることはないでしょ
So the only thing that we can do is go check out the generator, right?
Well, I suppose so, but...
ねえどうするの
Oh, what?
So what are you going to do?
付き合ってくれるわね
Will you come along? You don't have to ask me twice.
たけし
Takashi. Damn, she is trying to seduce the fuck out of him. But something tells me that she's not being sincere right now.
あなたのことがどうしても必要なの
You sly little fox, you. Damn, I know exactly what you're doing. It's a good thing Takashi is kind of a bit of a dum-dum. I really need you. Those words shocked me. I thought my heart stopped for a second. I really need you. They were not words that I ever expected to hear from Tsugumi's mouth. Tsugumi stared straight at me. Her intense gaze made me uncomfortable.
お願い
Please. Yes, Mr. Valdek! Say no more, my queen!
Time to simp up! Alright. I'll go with you.
I stared back into Tsugumi's eyes. I didn't think about going against her. Tsugumi nodded.
ねえココはココは行かなくていいの？
What about Coco?
そうね。ココには別の仕事を頼みたいから。
I've got another job I want Coco to do.
別の仕事？何それ？
Another job? What's that? That's okay. She's probably tricking us and probably gonna leave us for dead at one point, but I bet, but I think she'll come around eventually.
今話した事情をユウと少年に伝えてほしいの。
I want you to tell you and the kid what I just told you. Huh? Oh, God. I want Coco to tell the orange-haired girl and the kid what I just told Coco. Ah! Okay. Oh, thank God. That was going to get ridiculous.
つまり私とたけしがこれから発電室を見に行くって話を。
I mean, tell them that Takashi and I are going to the generator room.
なんだそんなことか。
Oh, that.
ラジャ了解しました。
Roger, time for that. Coco clicked her heels together and gave a kind of salute. Chan. The neutral buoyancy elevator, A, I. I meant egg in German. It was also a literal tick on the egg-shaped elevator that traveled up and down rails into the ocean on the side of Lemu. A ballast tank was attached to the floor. It would take in or release seawater from the tank as necessary to increase or reduce buoyancy, making the elevator raise or sink. Once Tsugumi and I were inside, we sealed the watertight doors on the Lemu side of the elevator. All we had to do was release the lock connecting us to Lemu, and the egg would sink away. Tsugumi pulled the operating lever next to the door. They got nothing to talk about. Nothing happened.
What's going on? We're not sinking at all.
そうみたいね。
Oh, doesn't look like it. Tsugumi calmly opened up the toolbox she had brought with her. Inside were things like an electric screwdriver, hydraulic cutting machine, some kind of laser or welding device, a small gas burner. The box was packed with any and all kinds of tools.
Huh? What are you gonna do with that?
沈まないなら
If it won't sink,
沈めるしかないでしょ。
then we'll just have to sink it.
Huh?
Damn! Oh my god, Tsugumi, you're absolutely nuts! She is so badassly crazy. Oh my god, Tsugumi!
What? Tsugumi, are you crazy?
Tsugumi took the lit torch in hand and slowly stood up. Blue flame erupted from it like a jet engine, hissing in the dim light.
No way! You're kidding, right? Tsugumi!
Tsugumi didn't answer. She grinned triumphantly. Woo! She put the flame to the edge of the elevator shell.
Yikes!
There was no time to stop her. A coin-sized hole opened up. Did I miss a line? Oh, no, I didn't. Coin-sized hole opened up in the egg-shaped elevator, and seawater came spurting in with tremendous force. Look at this smug-ass look on her face. She is the best, absolutely.
You idiot! Idiot! Idiot!
I'm the tsundere. I'm the one who's supposed to be calling you that.
I don't care! You're gonna kill us all! What are you trying to do? A hole! There's a hole!
開けたのよ。
Yeah, I made it. Tsugumi was as calm as ever. She extinguished the flame as if nothing had happened. She placed it in the toolbox and shut the lid. The seawater created a mist, descending all around us. Tsugumi licked the droplets off her lips.
You're crazy, right?
You're goddamn right I am.
Yeah, being cooped up in here has made you crazy!
Oh my god! Best girl! Best girl by a fucking mile! Not that the others aren't great too. Nobody's bad. There are no bad characters here yet so far. But Tsugumi, man, you're so badass. Tsugumi just snickered. As we continued that exchange, water continued to pour in. It pooled in the bottom of the egg. It covered our ankles, then our shins, swallowing our knees and then lapping at our thighs. I trust Tsugumi. I mean, I don't trust Tsumugi, but I do trust Tsugumi. I think she's gonna think it's funny.
I thought maybe I'd wash my hair.
I thought it was good timing. I was due for a wash anyway. I'd missed bathing the day before. I digged my head into the inflowing water and messed up my hair. Yup, it was invigorating. I could really feel the minerals seeping into my scalp. The water was cold, but it was actually refreshing.
Hey, can you get some shampoo for me?
Oh my god!
What the heck am I doing?
Come on, laugh. You think I'm funny. Tsugumi gave me the evil eye. Come on. Just then, boom! The egg elevator took a big jolt and started to move. I bet she thinks you're pretty cool. Itakushi? For staying calm-ish under pressure. A began to descend ever so slowly. Peeking through the window and into the blue, we could see the outside of Lemu. The blue gradually got darker, and the steel bulkhead appeared to move further away upward. The higher water pressure increased the force of the water pouring in. The speed of our descent picked up. I wondered how many meters we had dropped. I shifted my gaze toward the sea bottom, but Drifterstock still hadn't come into view. The water in the elevator had already reached my chest. My legs were floating. I was on my toes. I kicked off the floor with all my power and seized an edge of the ceiling.
Hey! Don't you think that's pretty dangerous?
A strange smile appeared on Tsugumi's face. It seemed she was getting a little worried.
I wonder if we'll die like this. I've never even had my first kiss.
かもね。
Maybe.
No, not maybe! This harebrained idea was all your...
The surface of the water reached my throat, and cold seawater rushed into my mouth. Ew. I lifted my chin and desperately tried to stick to the ceiling.
Tsugumi! Tsugumi!
I screamed crazily. I looked sideways and saw Tsugumi struggling to stay above the water. Just then, boom! The egg was shaken by a strong shock.
We made it to the 3rd floor!
I wanted to shout that, but it was impossible. There was no longer enough air for me to yell. I didn't know if she had panicked or what, but Tsugumi was thrashing her arms and legs around desperately. In the blur underwater, I pinned down Tsugumi's shoulder. Ooh, my god.
It's alright. I'll take care of it.
I felt Tsugumi's body relax. Damn, we are heaping on the romance here. I kicked against the wall and clung to the handle of the watertight door. I focused every bit of strength in my body on turning the heavy handle. Because my body would float, I couldn't gain traction with my feet. Bracing one leg on the handrail, I continued turning and turning it. Oh, sorry. The water pressure began pressing in on my eardrums. My body was screaming for oxygen. Open! 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 The double-ply door opened. The mass of water, Tsugumi and I were all spit out of the elevator and onto the floor. But we didn't have time to catch our breath. Seawater was flooding into the hole in the elevator more ferociously than ever. I got up immediately and rushed to the watertight door in the elevator. First I closed that door, locked it, and then closed the door on the Lemu side as well. For a while, I couldn't move. Ooh! Tsugumi was sprawled out on the floor too. I didn't feel angry with her, because relief was the dominant emotion. That was such a stupid thing to do. What if we had really died? Tsugumi was coughing a little, looked down. She didn't try to look at me. I thought that maybe she was reflecting on what she had done.
That's it. Maybe.
That's interesting, Mr. Valdek, because I do know that the bad endings in 999 and VLR, they all had a purpose, and even Zero Time Dilemma. Like there were a few in 999 that could be skipped. Like the knife ending, like was something that you didn't really need to get. For example, like there were a few ways to get that. The knife and the axe ending, I believe, were really skippable. But the submarine ending, which was a bad ending, I don't think that's skippable at all. You got a lot of neat information from that one, and it was probably the saddest scene in the whole story. Anyway, back to this story.
That's it. Maybe. Maybe she just isn't a people person and has a hard time getting along with others.
They seem fragile and lonely. Oh my god, yes, it's happening! It's happening! Oh my god, Togashi! Yeah, I'm definitely going to try to do as many endings as I can, Mr. Valdek. The ones that, you know, within reason. Unless there are too many, like I'm gonna do what I can, like unless they're like vary so much that, you know, doing them all would take quite a long time. Maybe she needed someone's help. Yes! Thank you, Relast. I'll keep that in mind for R11. It was the first time I had realized there was anything weak about her. Oh, there's way few bad endings in this one. Interesting, Guppy Force. Sitting all alone in the middle of that sprawling floor, she looked small like a newborn chick. How many endings are there overall? Only 3 bad endings. Okay. How many overall endings are there? Thanks, DQA. Okay, I'm just gonna take a quick bathroom break. I will be right back. I do want to know how many endings there are overall, if you could tell me that. Alright, I am back. Sorry about that. Alright, so, oh my god. I love it! It looks like we really are getting a Tsugumi romance. Oh my god, yes! So excited! This is exactly what I wanted! Like, she's manipulating him at first, but then she's seeing how cool he is, and like, you know, she's gonna share her dark past with him, and it's gonna be really sweet and romantic. You just watch. Oh my god, I can't wait, and this is only one ending! I hope we can choose her in the true ending too. If there is a true ending, which there probably is. There usually is in this kind of thing. The hallway was dark. The darkness hid our surroundings from us and felt oppressive. I walked slowly forward, making sure of each step. In my... Oh, hold on. Eight endings in total. Thanks, Mr. Valdek. 3 bad and 5 good, including the true ending. Thank you. In my right hand, I held a huge toolbox. It was so heavy that it felt like my shoulder might break under its strain. That's exactly true, Void Dweller. I would not go on a big roller coaster even if you gave me $1,000. I am that scared. It was so heavy that it felt like my shoulder might break under its strain. She had to have put something important in that toolbox.
I wonder if this area is full of water from yesterday's flooding.
Tsugumi shot a question back at me.
だから
So what? Yeah, they all have sprites if they're wet. Huh. 2 syllables, that's all she said.
What's your problem anyway? Just a minute ago, you were desperately screaming for help to keep from drowning.
そんなこと言ってない
Yeah. I didn't scream anything.
Yeah, but your eyes did.
Oh, wow! Takashi! What a line out of nowhere, damn! Like, holy shit, man. Since when did you get so smooth? Whew! That's gonna knock her off her feet.
訴えてない
Did not.
There you go, acting all tough again.
強がってなんかいない
I'm not acting tough.
それに
Besides... Bump out.
Ouch! Don't just stop all of a sudden like that.
Okay, she suddenly stopped, I see.
It's dark and I can't see.
いい繰り返すけど私はあなたに助けてなんて一言も言ってないから
She is so adorable. Listen up. I'll only tell you once more. I never, ever asked for your help. What? That's not true! You did ask him to help you! You totally did! Before we got in the elevator! Tsugumi turned back to me. Shrouded in the darkness, I couldn't really make out her expression.
Yeah, but if I hadn't opened up that door, the chances are you and I would both be floating drowned in that egg.
あなたに助けられるくらいなら死んだ方がまだ良かった
If I had to be saved by you, then I'd rather die. Oh my god. You like him! You just don't want to admit it.
Oh, really? Jeez, why can't this girl ever be honest with people?
I went around Tsugumi and walked farther along the flooded corridor.
one more thing I want to get off my chest. What were those words all about anyway?
あの言葉？
What words? As she fired another short question at me, Tsugumi asked me again.
What you said about before we got in the egg on the second floor. I really need you. Your eyes were watery. You were begging me, right?
ええ、したわ。
Yes, I did.
Oh, that was an unexpected answer.
それがどうかしたの？
What about it?
So you are depending on me after all. And now you finally admit it?
Oh, she doesn't want to say it! Tsugumi continued forward without talking.
In other words, if something were to happen, you want to be with someone you can rely on. You're afraid to be alone. That's why you wanted me to come.
あなた、
You.
バカでしょ。
Ah! You said the thing! You said the thing! Oh my god! I'm such an idiot. I gotta say, the average tsundere shtick is 10 times more compelling when it's from an older, more mature girl than a younger, pigtailed type of, the usual type of tsundere. I'm digging this.
Huh?
まだ気づかないの？
Don't you get it yet?
Huh?
あのエレベーター、愛は修正浮力を利用してるから、基本的には動力を必要としない。
That eye elevator is a neutral buoyancy elevator, so for the most part it doesn't require outside power.
ただし、バラストタンクの注水時、排水時、その時にだけ電力を用いる。
But it does need power for the intake and release of water from the ballast tank. In fact, that's the only time it needs power.
今は停電してるから。
And since this is a blackout,
You couldn't operate the ballast valve. That much I know.
same or last, same. It's all, probably also has to do with the fact that I'm older as well.
じゃあ、アルキメデスの原理って知ってる？
Well, do you know about the Archimedes principle? Do you guys want to explain or do I not? I'll leave this one up to you guys, because it probably doesn't matter as much. I agree with last. Do you guys want to hear the explanation or no? You know what? I could always make a quick save. I'll just make a quick save. I'll say I know it and see what happens.
Dang, you're annoying. Of course you know about that. The buoyancy of a submerged object is equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by the object. And what does that have to do with what we're talking
あ
about?
とは自分で考えれば。
How about you figure out the rest yourself? There she went again. She would tease me along, but that was it. I gave a deep sigh and shook my head. I'm gonna ask for it. Yeah, okay, quick load.
じゃあアルキメデスの原理って知ってる？
Oh wow, that is lovely. It shows you what choices that you've made. If they're in purple, that's awesome.
No, I can't say I understand that. I remember hearing about it a long time ago at school, but I forgot.
物体にかかる浮力はその物体が押しのけた液体の重さに等しい。
The buoyancy of a submerged object is equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by the object.
Oh, you mean that? That's the Archimedes principle? And what has that got to do with this?
あとは自分で考えれば。
Okay, I see. It's basically the same. Okay. How about you figure out the rest yourself? Okay, you know what? I like this better because he didn't insult her then. There she went again. Yep, okay, I don't think that affected anything. If anything, I think we got more affection points from her from this path because he didn't insult her in this path. She would tease me along, but that was it. I gave a deep sigh and shook my head. I switched the heavy toolbox to my other hand, and continued walking. After walking a while, Tsugumi turned right ahead of me. I don't know, I think yanderes make a story really exciting and fun. I don't know. I got a soft spot for yandere in that. I just think they make excellent drivers of the plot forward. Because usually yanderes are total badasses if they're done correctly. And, like, a lot of times, like, a yandere will start off as, like, someone really strong and super competent, but also very flawed in their violence. And they only just become better people, or you learn more about them as the story goes along. I don't know. I really love when yanderes are done really well. Of course, when they're used as a side character, I believe that they come off a lot worse. When yanderes are a main focus, I do really enjoy that. When they're like a main part of the story. It's when they're a side character that it's not very good for me. Anyway, back to the story. After walking a while, Tsugumi turned right ahead of me. I followed after her. Oh! Turning the corner, it finally hit me.
I see. So that's what you meant. I thought it was weird you inviting me along.
Oh, look at this! Oh my god! Huh. Just think that egg elevator to the third floor.
Its total weight had to be greater than the force of the buoyancy.
Exactly, Relest. You hit the nail on the head. Really. It depends on why they are the way they are for both. You hit the nail on the head right there, Relest.
To sink the egg elevator to the third floor, its total weight had to be greater than the force of the buoyancy. So one skinny girl like you wasn't going to be enough weight.
So,
Right. Yes, I don't weigh that much.
だから勘違いしないでくれる？
So don't get me wrong. It's not like I like you or anything, baka.
ここに閉じ込められた5人の中であなたが一番重いでしょ
Of the 5 people trapped here, you're the heaviest, right? You... I'm not just some big rock paperweight!
そうねあなたは漬物石っていうよりもただの
No, you're more than a rock.
う漬物
You're a rock head. As I was thinking of a comeback to Rockhead, we arrived at our destination. Dim yellow and black stripes appeared ahead. This is it? This is the generator room? I tried bringing my face close to the plate on the door, but it was too dark to read. I'll take a look. I reached toward the door handle.
待って
Wait! Tsugumi grabbed my arm. Huh? What's up? You care about him. What? If you don't talk, I don't understand. Tsugumi held my arm firmly. Ah! The wet palm of her hand felt cool. I didn't know what she wanted to say, but I tried to read something from her expression, but it was too dark to see.
開かない方がいいと思う
I don't think you should open it. Why not?
危険だから多分
She knows a lot about this place that she's not saying. It's dangerous. Maybe. Dangerous? Inside this room? Tsugumi nodded and gently removed her hand from my arm. And then she quietly approached the door. She tossed some of the water droplets from her hand at the steel door. Ooh, it's red hot. The droplets sizzled on the door, evaporating away. Is there a fire or something inside? Tsugumi shook her head.
熱水を利用した発電機から出火するとは考えられない
The generator uses hot water, so I don't think it could be a fire. Then
きっと蒸気が
it's probably steam.
とても高い温度の水蒸気が中に充満してるんだと思う
A hot steam is worse than hot water. I just think it's packed full of extremely hot steam.
ここの発電機はもともと6気圧の下で正常に作動するように設計されてたのよ
This generator is designed to operate normally at 6 atmospheres.
でもレミュー内の大気は今1気圧
But right now, Lemu's air pressure is at 1 atmosphere.
高圧力の蒸気が充満したタンクとかパイプとかそういったものに亀裂が生じる可能性もないとは言えないわ
There is a possibility that a tank or pipe filled with high-pressure steam could have ruptured.
あるいは異常が感知されたせいで安全バルブが開放されたとか
Or that some abnormality was detected and triggered a safety valve to be opened. Oh, I get it. Either way, steam is leaking from somewhere, and there isn't enough power to turn the turbine. And so the generator stopped. If that's what happened, then that could have been pretty dangerous. You saved my life. The instant I opened the door, my whole body would have been showered with several 100-degree steam. Yeah, you would have been dead. Like Tsugumi, I tossed some water at the door. After that, Tsugumi and I made for the room next to the generator room.
Sounds like this would have been a puzzle in Zero Escape. We were implementing Tsugumi's plan. First, shut off the hot water flowing to the generator room. Oh! What is this nice hip-hop beat here? It was dark and I couldn't see everything, but the room was covered in an astounding network of pipes. The pipes contained into the generator room next door. It seemed that opening and closing the valves could adjust the water and oil pressure. Normally, Lemu is responsible for maintaining the generator room, but even Lemu can't do much when the generator itself goes out. Anyhow, this is all because the power supply is down. I don't know who's supposed to be saying this. The room is designed so that maintenance can be performed manually at times like this, or during blackouts. Oh. That was what Tsugumi told me.
Why does Tsugumi know so much about Lemu?
I wonder when we're gonna find that out.
She seemed to know where the generator room and the room with all the pipes was.
Those doubts nagged at my mind. As I was thinking, Tsugumi plugged away next to me. Tsugumi selected one pipe from the countless rows of them and closed its valve. I had no idea which pipe was doing what. But Tsugumi knew.
What kind of girl is Tsugumi anyway? Damn, whatever kind she is, she's my type.
I still hadn't found out how she had known that the inside of the generator room was dangerous. I wonder if Tsugumi has some kind of connection with Lemu.
これで多分大丈夫だと思う。
I think this should do it. As soon as the work was done, Tsugumi left. I was left alone in the room. There was still another number of nagging doubts that I hadn't resolved. With that, we had been able to shut off the hot water flowing to the generator room. Even so, on the other side of the door, it was still hot enough to scald. Tsugumi and I waited for the generator room until the temperature inside had cooled down sufficiently. We sat on the water-covered floor. Really? You want to sit on the water-covered floor? Damn. That seems uncomfortable as fuck. I couldn't imagine sitting in, like, an ankle-deep water like that. And leaned against the wall. We sat next to each other. Woo! I see. Oh yeah, that's right. You were already super wet from the egg. I see. We were both already drenched, so we didn't have any problem sitting in water. Besides, the water was warmer than it looked. That makes sense. It's right next to that steam. Yep. I thought it was probably the heat from the generator room.
Hey, how long do you think we're gonna have to wait?
I asked Tsugumi that. An hour. Oh, that was Takashi.
An hour?
Tsugumi didn't even try to answer. It was so dark that I couldn't even tell if she had nodded or shaken her head. In the darkness, there were intermittent and repeated clicking noises. It was like the sound of dry plastic crinkling, like on top of a champagne bottle. She's playing with something. It sounded like it was coming from near Tsugumi's hands.
What's that?
What?
That crackly sound you're making.
The sound stopped. Tsugumi took whatever it was and put it away in her pocket. I thought it might be her way of saying, I'm not going to tell.
What is it with you? You only answer when you feel like it? You're like a cat.
And then she's like, well, you're like an octopus.
猫は嫌い。
Damn, really? I hate cats.
Huh?
ネズミを食べちゃうから。
Because they eat mice. Huh. You really like mice?
I don't have a clue what you're talking about.
私は
I...
猫じゃない。
I'm not a cat.
That's for sure.
私が答えるかどうかは気分とは関係ないの。
My answering has nothing to do with my mood.
意味のある質問には答える。そうじゃなければ答えない。ただそれだけ。
I wonder what got her all riled up about that. If a question has meaning, I answer. If it doesn't, I don't. That's all.
Really? So you are serious.
だからそういう質問には答えたくないの。
I know, I'm used to working with mice during my laboratory days. Void dweller, so yeah. So that's the kind of question I don't want to answer.
確認のための質問。
A question to check something.
あなたには知る必要のない質問。
A question about something you don't need to know.
私が知らないことを知ってるくせに聞いてくるような質問。
Or questions about things that you know that I don't know, but you ask anyway.
世の中にはあまりにも不毛な会話が多すぎる。そう思わない？
There is more than enough pointless conversation in the world. Don't you think?
Alright, I got it already. How about I ask you a meaningful question?
I wanted to ask. I really want to know this. Oh, Void Dweller, you didn't know that? I said it a while. I have a couple of degrees in molecular biology and genetics, but there's no jobs, so I do this, which isn't too bad. I rather like streaming. I decided to ask something that had been nagging me for a while.
Tsugumi, why do you know so much about Lemu? I mean, you seem to know a bunch of details, like about this generator room or the pipe room or whatever.
I couldn't check her expression, but it seemed like she was deep in thought about something. Unemployed. That's where I am. Void Dweller.
How's that for a meaningful question?
全然
Completely
意味なんかないわ。
devoid of meaning. Yes, Mr. Valdak. Not just from Steins Gate, but from real life as well. Yes, it is. It's also basically, it's from the line when Daru said, "The Large Hadron Collider is kind of moe," and I thought, oh, that's cute. You know what? I'll be the moe LHC. Yes, Void Dweller. God damn it, Tsugumi. Of course she would say that.
そんなことを聞いてあなたは何か得する？
Fine, I'll ask the other question.
私のことを知っても何の意味もないでしょ。
How is my answer to that going to help you? It doesn't really matter whether you know about me or not.
あなたには知る必要のないこと
It's something you don't need to know.
Oh, I see. If you don't want to tell me, that's fine.
Still, I really did want to know. Tsugumi's evasion of the question had made me interested in finding out what there really was to her. But I didn't think that she would answer if I badgered her about it anymore. I was irritated but decided to play it cool and pretend like I didn't care. Then,
ね
hey. I didn't know what she was thinking, but Tsugumi felt something with her face in front of mine.
What?
え今度は私の番ね
You know what? I'm gonna see what that other one was. About the air pressure of the generator room. There was something that had been bugging me. So I take the opportunity and ask.
It's about the air pressure of the generator room. A while ago, until you closed the valve, really hot water was being pumped in, right? And the water turns to steam and it gets more and more packed in there. What's more, it's steam at a temperature of several hundred degrees. So that means the air pressure in the room is just getting higher. For example, it's like if you poured a bunch of water into a kettle, welded it shut, blocked the spout, and put it on a fire. And finally, it would go and explode with a boom, right? But somehow the generator room is fine.
で
And
I mean, why is that?
それがあなたの考えた意味のある質問なの
is that what you call a meaningful question?
You bet, because it's a matter of life and death.
It's okay, Void Dweller. I like that better too. You can call me Loving Happy Collider. That's totally fine. I kind of like that better. And it also helps differentiate me. Hmm.
典型的な愚問に思えるけどまあいいわ
It sounds to me like a typical stupid question, but whatever.
まず発電機が正常に作動していた時のことを考えてみる
First, you have to think about when the generator was functioning normally.
その時も水蒸気は継続的に発生しタービンを回していたはず
At that time, steam would spout on and off and turn the
そう
turbine.
して役目を終えた水蒸気は最終的にどこへ行くのか
Where would the steam usually go once it was
多
used?
分レミューの外に排出されてたんだと思う
I think it was probably sent outside Lemu.
つまり夜間の蓋は開いていたということ
In other words, the kettle spout wasn't plugged.
Oh, I see. So the generator room is connected to the outside by a pipe or something.
I nodded to myself. Then.
ね
Okay. You know what? I like the other one better. I think the other one had more meaning. Sorry, guys. It didn't take that long.
全然意味なんかないわそう私のあなたには知る必要のないこと
That's hilarious, Mr. Baltic.
Yo, Daru, you're never going to believe this, but the Hedgehog Collider has a YouTube channel and does Let's Plays of visual novels. So say, Hoin Kyoma!
ね
Here we go. Back to where we were. Hey. Hilarious, Relest. Hilarious. I didn't know what she was thinking, but Tsugumi suddenly put her face in front of mine.
What?
今度は私の番ね
Now it's my turn.
Yeah?
質問してもいいでしょ
Can I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead.
目閉じてくれる
damn, I love this. Oh! Now she's probably gonna say something else, but still, I love these kinds of moments now.
I don't know, the last time something like this happened to my voice, it did not end well in Umineko. It did not end well in the least. And it was your voice doing it too.
Will you close your eyes?
Is that the question?
正確に言うと
It's more of a favor. There in the darkness, in that narrow corridor, just a few centimeters from my nose, the two of us, my mind turned to steam and evaporated. I love that Tsugumi knows how hot she is. I think that's pretty badass.
閉じて
Are they closed? Almost as if I were hypnotized, my eyes began to sink. And immediately after that, is she gonna knock him out? Shake, shake, shake. Splish, splash. What's going on? I didn't know what to make of those noises. I opened my eyes without thinking. Tsugumi was grinning mischievously right in front of
閉
me.
じてて
Close them! Oh god, this didn't go well last time. She covered my eyes with one hand. And then...
Hey, hey, what are you doing?
ゴキブリ野郎ゴキブリ野郎
You jerk! You dumb jerk! I screamed.
What are you doing?
Some kind of spray showered my face.
That just went in my mouth!
これでも食らえちくしょ
Take that!
Oh, take that, you loser!
Stop it! Stop it! What's the matter with you?
What's going on? I desperately tried to resist, but my body wouldn't obey me. Tsugumi had me by the neck.
参ったかかまど馬よ
What is going on? How's that, you slug?
別名便所コオロギよ
He's not in he's in someone else's body, isn't he? You scum on the pond of life! With those words, the eruption in my face stopped. My mouth is numb. What you spray me with? Uh-oh. I thought she was laughing, but the next thing I knew, Tsugumi had started rubbing my face with a cloth. Oh, she'd chloroformed him. It was rough, and her technique didn't make it any better. Ugh. I stopped my fetal resistance. I was almost choking.
これでいいかな
That's just about right. Tsugumi took her hand off my neck. Unable to open my eyes, I scooped up seawater from the floor and put it in my mouth. It was salty, but I didn't have any other choice. Swish, swish, blah!
ちょっと
Hey!
汚いからこんなとこに吐き出さないでよ
That's dirty. Don't go spitting it over here. You! No, I'm Tsugumi. God damn it! I wanted to say something to her, but washing my face took priority. I scooped more water, splashed into my face, and gargled again. I opened my eyes.
What do you think you're doing? What'd you put on my face?
アセトン
Acetone.
Oh, great. I'm so happy it wasn't some pesticide. You think I'm serious? You idiot or not! What are you doing spraying that on me all of a
見
sudden?
苦しかったから
She wanted to get the marker off his face! Oh my god! It was hard to look at.
Huh? What was?
顔が
Your face.
Whose?
あなたに
Yours.
You!
And then I realized something. I remembered. The black ink that had been on the palms of my hands.
I see. It was the graffiti. It was still there? You erased all of it.
God damn it! Oh my god! Tsugumi, you do not know how to interact with people! Oh my god! I had completely forgotten about it until just then. When I'd been making sandwiches looking for Sora and coming there, the writing had been on my face the entire time.
And the acetone. Acetone. That's supposed to be like nail polish remover, right?
工具箱に入ってたの。見つけたから。
I found it in the toolbox. You could have just asked him! But you're so tsundere, you... Oh my god! You are such a silly baka, Tsugumi. There was a strong stench from it in the air. It stung my nose like overripe fruit. It smelled like a hangover.
Thanks.
I thanked her.
So what did the writing say?
I asked her about the graffiti. One day we're gonna find out. In one of these routes, we're gonna find out what was written on his face.
待ってても答えないよ。
You can wait if you want, but I'm not answering. Oh my god! Oh god, I accidentally clicked off the screen.
意味のない質問だから。
Because it's a meaningless question. In the end, I never found out why she had called me a slug. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was a great fake out. I love the way Uchikoshi writes romance. 999, I love the love story in 999, and even though there wasn't one in VLR, but there kind of was, in sort of. Not really, but it was definitely showing about the love between two people. I do too, Relast. She's fucking hilarious. So they had to wait for an hour and 30 minutes, yeah. Oh, thanks for that, GQA. We waited for the generator room to cool before going in. The heat inside must have defied imagination. The air in the steam-filled room was heavy and stuck to the skin. Oh, that is something I love to hear, Relest. Awesome. Seriously. No, I love the romance in 999. That's what kind of put it over the top for me and made it my second favorite visual novel ever. Seriously, I was brought to tears by a lot of it, especially the submarine ending. That was absolutely heart-rending. Oh my god, I just cried just thinking about it. Anyway, the air in the steam-filled room was heavy and stuck to the skin. Inhaling felt like swallowing globs of sticky hot steam. I was opening and closing my mouth like a fish out of water.
Isn't it hard to breathe?
Tsugumi seemed to have ruled that question of mine meaningless as well. Oh wow! This is the best route to do first? That's amazing, DQA. Oh, kick ass! I'm so glad! Wow, I could have won the lottery. Because if there are 8 routes, then I really did choose well. Okay, cool. Really, 999 got you into visual novels? That's amazing, Mr. Valdek. Like, if I ever do a non-blind Let's Play, it would be 999. Because it's not too long. And especially with the PC version, the voice acting, I'm gonna say, is phenomenal. And it would just be purely my reactions to it. I wouldn't give any spoilers, obviously. But I just love 999 so goddamn much. If I ever do a non-blind Let's Play, it would be 999. Because I think I've forgotten all the solutions to the puzzles, except the last one. Anyway, so you still get to see me struggle through those. Tsugumi seemed to have ruled that question of mine meaningless as well. She completely ignored me as she started working to get the generator up and running again. We did the work together. Tsugumi gave commands and I followed them. I did the grunt work, tightening bolts, loosening valves, and working on the pipes. And when I finished tightening the last bolt...
Phew, that should do it. It's a good thing this isn't a zero escape game, or else this would have been a puzzle.
I wiped my sweat away with my collar. It was just like Tsugumi had said. The blackout had just been caused when the safety valve had opened due to the drop in air pressure. When pressure for the steam becomes excessive, the valve automatically opens to release the gas and prevent damage. Normally, after release of surplus gas, the valve is designed to shut automatically. But we're at 1 atmosphere, so... Because the safety valve never closed, the steam continued leaking. Anyway, that was the gist of the explanation. Tsugumi and I went to the generator room and then to the pipe room. There we opened the valve we had closed before the repairs. And returned to the generator room. Damn! Like, this almost seems like it was set up as a puzzle for the player to do. Jeez.
So should we try to fire it up?
That was a meaningless question. Oh, god damn it!
I'm turning it on.
Meaningless. Fucking go!
You ready?
Oh, do I have to even say it?
Let's start the countdown.
Oh my god!
30 seconds. 25 seconds. 20, 19, 18, 17.
Oh my god! Tsugumi pushed the button.
Hey, what are you doing? We still have 17 seconds to go. You can't wait a little more than a mere 13 seconds?
Oh, there's another 17 count for you.
This is kind of like a ritual. Anyway, it's very important.
0
0 Alright, you got the power back on! Kick ass! The lights lit up all at once. The light poured down, illuminating even the corners of the room. It was like our field of vision had expanded in an instant.
ほらね、電気がつくまでちょうど17秒。
There we go. See? It took exactly 17 seconds for the lights to come on. Tsugumi flashed me a condescending glance and strolled out of the room. I shouldered the weighty toolbox and followed after Tsugumi. Do you think that this is a good stopping point, or is there one that comes up pretty soon? Is this a good stopping point? Right. Okay. Thanks for last. All right. Well, this was, I think, my favorite episode of Ever17 so far. Ah, damn, this was amazing. I love this. I love this. Woo! Seriously, fan-fucking-tastic. I can't wait to continue on Sunday. Yep, so yeah, this is continuing on Sunday. And on Saturday will be some more Witches and Woodlands. I believe we're going to end Witches and Woodlands on Saturday. The grand finale, so that's gonna be... so that's going to be exciting too. I'll see y'all at whichever one of those you want to continue. So, until then, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You are all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.